He hadn't meant to stay long. Daniel, a single dad of two and a construction worker in Calgary, had only stopped at the quiet diner off the highway because his 10-year-old daughter Lily needed to use the bathroom. His 6-year-old son Jake was napping in the truck. The plan was simple: grab coffee, let Lily freshen up, and be back on the road. But then he saw her. The waitress looked young, maybe early 20s, with tired eyes and a smile that seemed forced. Her name tag read Ava. She had dark circles under her eyes and kept glancing over her shoulder. It didn't seem like she was just tired. Something was wrong. At first, Daniel didn't want to assume anything. He knew people had bad days. But then he saw the first sign. Her hands were shaking as she poured a cup of coffee. When the customer at table 3 said something, Ava flinched. Daniel couldn't hear what was said, but the man smirked, clearly entertained by her discomfort. The second sign came when Ava took an order at the counter. An older man, wearing a suit too expensive for the place, brushed her arm far too slowly, like he wanted her to notice. Ava laughed nervously, stepping back quickly. Daniel clenched his jaw. Lily returned from the restroom and slid into the booth. "Daddy, that lady looks scared," she whispered. He nodded. "I see it too." The third sign came moments later. The suited man followed Ava toward the back, where the restrooms were. It didn't look right. She looked back, subtly, but didn't stop him. Daniel's instincts screamed. He told Lily to sit tight and walk to the back, pretending to look for the washroom. He turned the corner and froze. The man had Ava cornered near the storage room door. She wasn't speaking. She was just holding a tray, her eyes wide. The man was leaning in, speaking low, his hand blocking her escape. Daniel didn't think, he reacted. "Hey," he said, voice steady, calm but firm. "Pretty sure you're not supposed to be back here, pal." The man turned. "This doesn't concern you." "It does now," Daniel said, stepping closer. "She looks uncomfortable." "Step away." The guy scoffed. "She's not complaining." Ava finally spoke. "Please, just let me go." That was all Daniel needed. He stepped forward and placed himself between them. "Go back to your booth. Now, before I make sure you're banned from this place for good." The manager arrived moments later, alerted by another waitress. Ava stood behind Daniel, trembling. When asked what happened, Daniel didn't sugarcoat it. Ava didn't either. It was the fourth sign that stayed with Daniel the most. When Ava started crying, not because of what happened, but because someone finally said something. She whispered, "Most people see it and walk away. You didn't." Later, while Lily munched on a cookie Ava had given her as thanks, Ava sat across from Daniel and told him about the past 6 months. How customers would flirt, touch, corner her. How management turned a blind eye. "Tips matter more than comfort," she said, eyes downcast. Daniel asked her one thing. "Do you have anywhere else to go?" She shook her head. "I need the job." Fifth sign, she wasn't just harassed. She was trapped. That night, Daniel made a call to an old friend who ran a small cafe closer to town. "She needs a job," he said, "and a safe space." 2 days later, Ava started working at the cafe. It didn't pay more, but she said she felt like a human again. She and Lily grew close, like older sister and younger sibling. On weekends, Ava would visit, bringing fresh cookies and coloring books for Jake. What Daniel did wasn't grand. He didn't throw punches or cause a scene. He saw someone hurting, and he didn't stay silent. The world didn't change that day, but Ava's world did. And for Daniel, that was enough. Because sometimes, the loudest heroes are the ones who simply refuse to look away.